Oh, I'm very concerned. Has this show started, SV3?
From what I'm seeing, yes.
Okay. Did the
I,
intro
I
play
didn't
at
see.
all?
I didn't see any intro at all.
All right. Well,
I didn't even hear it or anything.
Yeah, I didn't either. It said play.
Should we just make
Should
this
I
a
just hit
cold
it?
open and you just hit it? You just hit it now?
This is the intro, everybody. It is Wednesday, March 11th. It's time to get in the weeds. This is what happens when nothing has been on schedule this week. You have done Monday and Wednesday show. Joel did Tuesday's show. I think Joel's doing tomorrow. Both of you
No,
I'm
doing tomorrow.
Are you doing tomorrow? Okay. I don't know who's doing what show.
I'm not switching again, sir. I know Joel will usually listen to the first couple of minutes. I'm letting him know right now. I'm not switching tomorrow. I'm doing tomorrow's show. I like talking about Dynamite. I like my Thursdays. Dynamite and best matches of the week. And I have a lot of matches to discuss. I'll probably have to do a top 10. So I'm not switching tomorrow. I'm doing today under protest, but it is to get the word out that we are banning all basketball terrorists on this show. And I don't appreciate your headline either, sir.
Mine. Okay. I was like, which one? Oh yeah, I did the 83. So SV3 is here because who could possibly want to talk about NXT? And a lot happened in basketball last night. Specifically the Los Angeles Lakers proving that they are better without LeBron James. So last night, Joel messages me. He's like,
that wasn't what the big story was. You don't have to lie to the people.
I'm trying to ease you into it, SC3. So last night, Joel messages me. He's like, "What are we gonna talk about tomorrow?" Because NXT, like, it was a show, but there was no like super major talking points. And I'm like, see if SV3 can do the show tomorrow because Joel doesn't know anything about basketball. I was like, the modern day NBA scoring record has been broken, and we got to talk about basketball. I was so mad yesterday. I was so mad that I had to do the show with Joel. I'm always mad I got to do the show with Joel. But I was so mad that I had to do it yesterday because, Shea had the game winner, like basically sealed up the MVP on Monday, and I was so hype. And I was like, oh, Joel's not going to talk basketball. I'm going to sit here for 20 minutes and talk to myself about how great Shea is. He's not going to appreciate any of this. And so I talked barely any basketball yesterday. And then everything happened last night. I was like, we can't wait until Thursday to talk about this. There's just no way we can wait until Thursday. We have to do the show tomorrow with the basketball. So I appreciate you being here on a day where you do not need to be here to talk about basketball, but we have to talk about basketball after last night. For those joining us and expecting NXT, wrestling talk, anything like that, like Joel did a very good job with he tried to make it seem like we're going to talk NXT. We're not. I'm going to let you know right now.
He put NXT in the title. So.
Yeah, he put NXT in the title, but he also put Heat in the title. And Joel's saying very excited for SP3 to have tomorrow off. Did you miss 3 minutes ago, Joel?
I just had to watch somebody bastardize my favorite sport. I'm not having you bastardize our AEW Dynamite review, sir.
We're not talking any wrestling today, folks. Joey did a very good job with the thumbnail, putting Bam Bigelow with the Miami Heat logo behind him. I appreciate that. We got to talk about, or Joel's got to do the AEW show tomorrow because that's got to be our AEW pitch for the new AEW podcast network on my AEW. So I got to have Joel do the show and then juxtapose that with us doing a review and be like, take your pick on which one you want. It'll make our review look better when they're like, we don't want this guy. All he does is,
Sure.
bury the product. So
Yeah, he'll make it a conversation about TNA.
oh yeah,
he'd be like, this guy was much better in TNA. David Finlay, he was much better in TNA. Finn Juice, those days in the pandemic. Oh man,
the left TNA turn that he goes on. Folks, we're talking a lot of hoops today. All right, just buckle up because I can't believe it actually happened last night. We appreciate all the super chats, by the way. I guess I'll get that out of the way. Leave a thumbs up on the video. We appreciate that. That helps us out. Let's see if we can get fireworks for... No. The fireworks are revolting against that basketball last night.
Thank you.
There we go.
The fireworks are like, no, it was unethical. Your headline is unethical. The rolling ticker at the bottom is unethical.
Guess what the poll question is today, folks? Bam Adebayo, ethical, unethical. Real hoops, unethical.
I'm really gonna see how much y'all like my presence on this show or not.
That's the poll question for today.
I woke up like with a sore throat. My throat was tickling, and I didn't know why. And then I looked at my phone, and I just get a whole bunch of messages from Jeremy and Joel. Jeremy in all capital letters. We need to talk hoops tomorrow.
Yes.
So
am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Joel, like, oh, it doesn't happen on NXT. You guys should talk basketball tomorrow. And then I'm like, why does he want to talk about basketball so bad? Didn't even look at my timeline. Timeline or anything. I was like, why does he want to talk about it? Then I scroll down and it's Joel with the Bam Bigelow. And I'm like, what did Bam do? So I look at, I Google NBA scores and I'm like, wait, what? And then I went back to sleep, tried to get more sleep, couldn't really sleep because my brain was just racked after that. And then I wake up and I watch the highlights and I watched some of that game. I had to watch certain points. I had to watch the highlights and then I had to watch certain portions of the game. Specifically, I had to watch the fourth quarter. Because when I saw during the highlights that he got 62 through 3 quarters, I was like, oh, he pulled the Kobe. That's great. They could have sat him out after that because he set the record for the Heat. But then I watched that fourth quarter. I was like, let me go on these streams. I'll go back, watch this stream. I'll go all the way to the fourth quarter. I'll just watch the fourth quarter. And oh my God, I've never been more disgusted in my life. This man went 9 minutes without hitting a field goal. 9 minutes. And the fact of the matter is, I know, growing up as a Kobe Bryant fan, I know, and it's gotten even worse since his passing, and then this generation of like NBA Twitter and NBA basketball fans that didn't get to experience watching the 81-point game. So they have revisionist history and want to tell you about something that you watched in real time. And I saw so many people being like, well, Kobe did the same thing that Bam did. I was like, I could tell you were born in like 2007, 2008. You didn't watch the game. You didn't see what Kobe did. And you think that it's the same thing because he got 2 points more. Stop it. It's historic. It's fun. I'm happy for anyone who enjoyed it. And I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm not going to take it away from Bam Adebayo. I think Bam Adebayo, the fact that if we did a draft of who we think is going to score 70 this year, and most people would not put Bam Adebayo in like the top 100 picks because his previous career high, ladies and gentlemen, was 41 points. 41 points. He is not a scorer. Everybody would expect someone like a Devin Booker who scored 70 before, a Joel Embiid who scored 70 before, Luka Doncic who scored 74 a couple of years ago. You would think it's those guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, there was already the talk after the game winner on Monday. People were like, Shai's better than Kobe. He's better than Kobe. And I already had to deal with that nonsense on my timeline and stuff like that. But man, the fact of the matter is how he did it. It's how he did it. It can be both things. It can be historic, it can be fun to watch, and it can be completely unethical. Respect to Bam Adebayo. I appreciate the fact that he made history. But Eric Spoelstra, you're gonna pay for your crimes. You are Gato to me. You are Gato. It's you and Gato that are on my shit list for 2026. I don't care what happens to you. Eric Spoelstra doesn't deserve a job in the NBA, let alone being an NBA head coach. He don't deserve a job. You don't get him on analytics. You don't get him in the front office, in the back office, in the middle office, in the dimensional office, horizontal office, diagonal office. Nothing. He don't deserve jack shit.
I only got one thing to say. SV3. One word. 3 letters. Bam!
So I'm doing the show alone today, ladies and gentlemen. This is In the Weeds. It's going to be the fastest episode of In the Weeds ever.
My wife is cackling from the other room. I just heard her. Just heard her cackling. So, let me tell you, SP3 just walked you through his experience of how he watched this game. Let me tell you about mine, because I watched this live. I was even live tweeting some of it. So he had 43 at the half. I was like, all right, that's a nice half for Bam. That's good, you know? Like, he had 43. He beat his career high in an entire half. That's crazy, you know? So, and then I start seeing people talking about his third quarter and stuff. I'm like, all right, I got to tune in. So I tune in late third quarter and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's playing well. He's playing well. And then the fourth quarter happens. And it gets out like I don't know if he scored at all, like an actual
he scored one field goal in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So it gets to the fourth quarter and there's like 5 minutes to go. And my lovely wife comes in and joins me and she's like, what are you watching? I was like, oh, there's this player and he's about to set the modern scoring record. And she's like, what? She's like, what's the modern scoring record? I was like, Kobe's 81. He's like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, he's going to set it. And because at this point, he's at like 75 or so, and there's still like 5 minutes remaining.
Wait, can we talk about the Washington Wizards not deciding to double this man until he has 74 points?
Fair. Hold on. So he's at like 75 or whatever it was, and there's like 5 minutes to go. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it. And so she's locked in. She just came to say like hi. She was doing a bunch of stuff. And so she just came to say hi and everything. And she's like fully locked in on this game, and she is like cheering for him to do it and like going crazy when they're fouling and triple teaming him. She's like, are they allowed to do that? Can they just throw 3 guys on him? Like what is happening here? The end of this game was the most amazing basketball I've ever seen in my life.
There's a man that loves bad wrestling, so he loves bad
basketball as
well.
Yes. Louis said my wife also watched the last 5 minutes with me. It became a fit. Yes, exactly. She's so locked in on this game of this guy scoring the record, and she's mad when they're fouling the other guy and everything. So for those that did not watch this whole thing,
this man couldn't jump over a paper clip.
No,
in the fourth quarter. He was
Bam. The crowd's so like. You have to understand like the build up to the final 5 minutes, because the final 5 minutes were absolute like chaos of just like terrible basketball.
Like the Wizards, they started their own
yes.
30.
So hold on. So before this, like in the fourth quarter, as he gets closer and everything, like the game is still being played in the fourth quarter, and like when somebody else who on Miami who isn't Bam scored, like the crowd is like booing. They're like, why isn't Bam scoring? And they're playing legit basketball. They're moving the ball around. They're trying to create the best shots and everything. And once that 5-minute mark hit, it's like, oh, okay, we're just gonna get the ball to Bam. And he is taking the worst threes you've ever seen. Bam Adebayo taking off the dribble, off the screen, moving threes. Like, no, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I said the same thing you said to my wife, because she's like, is he like a really good player? And I'm like, he's a very good player. He's like a great two-way player and everything. I was like, but if you like tried to come up with a list of people who you would think would break the 81, like, since it happened, you would pick 500 names before you would come across Bam Adebayo as like, oh yeah, this guy would break the record. You would not even talk about like the guy who you mentioned, like Shea, Luka, Devin Booker, James Harden, Kevin Durant, like McGrady, Vince Carter, Iverson, like all these names throughout history, like great scorers throughout history doing. You'd even have to think of like a name like Jordan Poole, Deion Waiters out here, like dudes who just shot chuck. You know, they're on a bad team and like, all right, let me get up 40 shots in this game tonight. Like, you'd think of those names before you think of Bam Adebayo. And obviously Bam's a better player than these guys, but these are the names you would think of before you would think of Bam to score over 80. So he's taking these garbage threes with 5 minutes to go. And then it's very clear he has no lift on his shot. He has nothing going for him. And so then it just became like, how do I get a foul? They were calling the most tic-tac bullshit fouls I've ever seen in a game. I was like, there's no way you're actually calling that. And then to make it worse or better, Spoelstra is challenging a blocking call and a charge call in a 30-point game with 3 minutes remaining.
He knocked down 2 people at once. It's the most obvious. That's the quickest challenge I've ever seen in life. The referees looked at it like twice and they were like, yeah, that's obviously a charge.
It not only was their challenge great, the Wizards challenge was also great, because they're like, no, we're going to challenge this call to see if we actually did foul him to try to keep him off of the line. That was an amazing challenge. And then it became very clear that the Wizards were just going to run out the clock. Or because there was a point where the Heat, this is between like the 6 and 4 minute mark, the Heat were like, oh, just let them score. Just like give them the shot, let them take whatever they want. And the Wizards caught on to that. And so the Wizards were like, oh, okay, we're just going to run it down and take a shot with like 1 second left on the shot clock. And then Miami caught on to that. So they started intentionally fouling the Wizards so they couldn't run the clock out. And then they triple teamed this man. They triple teamed him so he couldn't do anything. And the Wizards, this man shot 40 free throws last night. You can't triple team him and not get the foul call. They were always
free throws of any player in NBA history. The most made free throws in NBA history. 43. He went 36 for 43. So he could have got 90 if he made all his free throws.
They were triple teaming him. And Bam is just like running full sprint. Like, he knows he's going to get a foul call. They've already called like 20 fouls against him. So he knows he's going to get a foul call. So he's just dribbling into the 3 guys. And the refs are like, well, yeah, they probably fouled them. There's 3 guys around them and they're all reaching in and everything. So sure, we'll blow the whistle at this point. And when there was one possession where he passed it, and then so they immediately fouled that guy, so to keep Bam off of the line. This was the most garbage basketball I've ever seen, but it absolutely ruled just to get to this record. And then if you were listening to the Heat commentary, I think it was the Heat commentary. I'm pretty sure I had the Heat feed on. When he got to 81, they were like, oh, they're going to take him out of respect for Kobe. So he doesn't break the...
Nope. They totally disrespected Kobe and made him freaking
Okay.
get to the line again so he could break the record.
So as I was saying, they when he got to the when he got to 81, the commentators like, oh, they're gonna take him out because of Kobe, so he doesn't break the record. My wife just goes, bullshit. No. What are you doing? He's that close. How are you taking him out of the game? He's got to stay in the game to break this record. Absolutely. She was heated over this. Absolutely heated that he got this close. She doesn't care that much about sports. She supports me. She supports Cleveland teams. They're all terrible. Anyway, she's going through a lot. The biggest 2 times I've seen her locked in for sports games outside of like my happiness and everything was last night. And when the Miami Dolphins could have set the scoring record for a game, they could have scored like 70, and then they like didn't out of respect, I guess. And she was so mad. She's like, "Why are they going for the touchdown? You have a chance to like put up 70 points and set the. Why aren't they going for the touchdown here? Why are they kicking the field goal? This is stupid." Those are the 2 times I've seen her like really lock in on a sports game. She just loves the chaos of these things. She was so mad when she thought that they were going to take him out, and then he stayed in, and she was like, yeah, good. And then, of course, triple teams, fouling, and all this stuff. You know what my favorite, there's a lot of my favorite parts of this. How salty, like, actual NBA players are over this. Kelly Oubre Jr.
Even coaches. Ime Aduki.
These dudes are so salty, and I don't know if I think it's a multi-layered reason for saltiness. One, I think they all respect Kobe, and they're like, oh man, like he broke Kobe record. That's unfortunate. 2, I do think like, yeah, the way he did it is a little, you know, so I can understand some saltiness there. 3, I truly think that like Bam Adebayo did it.
Yeah.
Of all people, Bam Adebayo did it.
I think that's the big factor of why people are like, it's not unanimous like celebrating of it. Yeah, it's a lot to do with how he did it, but it also has to do with the person who did it. I think if this was like Luka Doncic doing it, especially on the Lakers, that's one thing. But like,
it's Bam Adebayo again. Good player, really good player,
really good. Also
like a great,
player,
a great 2-way player.
Cornerstones of U.S. basketball in the Olympics. Like great 2-way player, the star of the Miami Heat. But like he was without his 2 other all-star caliber players, Tyler Hero and Norman Powell, did not play the game. So it made sense why they would give him the ball as often. Why I said like I'm not gonna say anything against his first 3 quarters. The first 3 quarters, him getting the 62 and setting the Heat record, that was impressive as hell. And that's all him. That is not unethical at all. Like that was a legitimate 62 and 3 quarters. He's only the second guy since Kobe who did that. So I can't disrespect him at all. That's why I put out my tweet this morning. I was like, respect to Bam Adebayo, but the person who is the one who's at fault here is Eric Spoelstra. I've never seen a coach like basically push for stat padding as much as that. That was like egregious. That was egregious. Phil Jackson did not coach that 81 point game like that. He literally pulls Kobe with like 3 minutes left in the game. That game was close going into the 4th quarter. It was within distance. Coming into the 4th quarter. So don't let people, if you have just watched basketball or you're a new basketball fan, don't let people fool you and be like, oh, Kobe did the same thing. Kobe's 81, there's been for 20 years, people have said that's more impressive than Wilt Chamberlain's 100, because the people that were around during Wilt Chamberlain's 100, even though people like me will debate the legitimacy of the 100-point game, but there are people that were actually witness to it, and they said that Wilt stat padded. Will stat padded. They were fouling the other team. They were fouling the New York Knicks for Will to get more possessions so he can hit 80. He can hit his 100 point game. There's David Robinson who dropped 70 in the final game of the regular season to win the scoring title. Yeah. There's a Dominique Wilkins on a podcast admitted that he was told by his coach that they're going to sit you guys out in the first 5 minutes, or the last 5 minutes, so David Robinson can hit the 70-point game. So there is multiple cases of stat pad in NBA history. Don't get me wrong. This is not a first-time offense, but it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. Disgusting.
Oh, we got a lot of super chats. I love our audience so much. Because when we just talk wrestling and stuff, like, you guys are great. Like, you're very interactive with us. You give us super chats and everything, and we really appreciate that. It's like a steady amount and stuff. Today, it's like so much of everything. They're like, oh, we're not talking wrestling today. Like, yeah, we're gonna send in all the money for this stuff. It's like, it's such an event when we don't, even though we don't talk wrestling most days, but like, it's an event today with everything. C Delgado says no World Baseball Classic talk. USA lost. That was kind of insane. I don't know if SP3 is watching the World Baseball Classic, but I did see that, and I did see that USA lost, and now they might not make, I guess, the playoffs. So there's your World
I'm gonna
Baseball
start
Classic.
watching baseball because the sport that I love, basketball, got ruined last night. It got assassinated by Eric Spoelstra. He don't deserve no type of job. No job whatsoever. I would have put him in like the top 5 coaches in the NBA going into this season. And he just ruined that. He ruined his legacy with that embarrassment, that unethical BS, a basketball terrorist of the highest order.
Volov says Bam soloed the Wizards, and anyone who says otherwise missed the point. All 83 of them. I mean, half of them, well, not quite, nearly half, came at the free throw line. Daffy says, congrats to my team cap, Bam. Let's go, Heat. I hope you enjoyed that one, Daffy. I was watching the game with my wife, and she's like, so these people just thought they were going to like a Wizards and Heat game on a random Tuesday night, and then like history broke out. And I'm like, yeah. And no one wants to go watch the Wizards anyway. She's like, yeah, aren't they terrible? I was like, yeah, they've been terrible. She's like, when Love is Blind, remember they were in DC like 5 years ago at this point, and they sent him to the Wizards game for the bachelor party. She's like, they were terrible then, weren't they? I was like, yeah, they haven't really improved since then.
They've been on a 9-year rebuild. 9 years. That's not normal. They're on a 9-year rebuild. And don't get me wrong. This is why, I've said a lot of things about this 83-point game. Like I said, once again, I'll keep saying, I respect Bam Adebayo for doing it. He had a great game. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not going to be the one who mentions, oh, he just did it on the Wizards. I know I've seen a lot of people say that. Guys, look at the other top 3 the other 2 of the top 3 best scoring performances in NBA history. Wilt did it on a Knicks team that won 29 games that season. They were nowhere near the playoffs. And then Kobe did it on I think a 30-win Toronto Raptors team. Like that Raptors team was bad as well. These scoring performances don't happen against good teams. Yeah. It just doesn't.
Because good teams are good. So yeah. You're not going to score 80 against a good team. Like, those teams are good. Oh yeah, there's absolutely it doesn't happen against good teams at all. It happens against teams like the Wizards and, if in the case of today, the Jazz and teams like that.
The only thing I will call out, why did they not double him until he had 74? When he sets the record at 62, you go into the fourth quarter, they're still up by like 25. Why aren't you triple teaming him at the beginning of the fourth quarter? Yeah, he only made one shot in like 9 minutes of the fourth quarter because he was freaking gassed because he played 20 minutes straight and he couldn't jump over a paper clip. But still, you better triple team him at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Daffy also says better to have a Kobe stand to it than a Braun stand. I mean, you gotta respect that, I guess.
I'm admit. There's not a lot of things I will admit that I'm a stand of. I am a stand of Kobe Bean Bryant. So take it.
Micah, our guy Micah. This payment is worth it. Congrats, Bam, on 83. Long live SP3 being pissed. Great show as always, boys. Appreciate you, Micah. Appreciate you. That was bullshit on Nathan
Spoelsher
McKinnon.
and Gato. Spoelsher and Gato working together because Gato saw me upset when I came on Friday's show, and he was like, he called up Spoelsher, and he's like, you know what you need to do? You need to ruin basketball. Make sure Bam breaks Kobe's 81-point record so SP3 can be pissed the hell off.
Mike also says, SP3, if you have hate in your heart, let it out. Love you, bro.
Love you too, Micah.
That was, oh God. That was bullshit on Nathan McKinnon last night, Micah. I was watching that after the Heat game. That was bullshit. What happened there? What's the equivalent of Kobe's 81 and Bam's 83 in wrestling? Cena's record being passed by someone like MJF. I don't know if there like is an equivalent. Like, because wrestling, I don't know if y'all know this, but it's predetermined. So it's kind of tough to be like, oh yeah, is it like anybody could surpass? It's not MJF. MJF's like an actual star, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be, I legitimately think it would be like The Miz surpassing Cena's 17. Yeah. Like The Miz getting 18. Like The Miz is like good, you know? Like everyone knows who The Miz is. Like he's serviceable in a lot of areas, but no one thinks of like The Miz as one of the biggest stars of all time or one of the greatest wrestlers of all time or anything like that. So
yeah, MJF breaking the record is like I said before, it's like Luka. It's like Luka breaking Kobe's record. That Bam Adebayo, yeah, that's someone like The Miz, Danhausen, like someone like that are stars that are known, but should they be breaking this all-time great record? Yeah, that's the
right.
equivalent.
There's nothing like, no knock on, again, The Miz, Danhausen, any of these guys, but there's no specialness to them in the way that you would think of the specialness. And by that, I mean, like, they're not the best ever on the microphone. They're not the best ever in the ring. They're not the biggest draw of all time. They're not there. Again, they're good, but no one rates them as like the absolute best, or even, I mean, I guess people might rate The Miz as one of the best on the microphone, some people, but no one like rates them highly, like that highly when it comes to that stuff. So people saying Claudio, Sheamus, yeah, like all those are like fine answers, but that's the level we're talking about though. We're talking about guys who are largely seen as like mid-card kind of guys, and yeah, if they broke the world title record, that would be what Bam breaking Kobe's record is like, because they're, you know, Bam's a good player, but I would not, even you said it, and I said it last night, I was like, I would take 100 players today, or if you gave me 100 guesses of like, yeah, who scored 80 in a game this year, Bam would not be in my top 100 guesses of players today. And yeah, you want to go back to from the time Kobe broke it to today, it wouldn't be in my top 500 guesses for something like this. Absolutely insane. All right, do you think now, like, the Wizards still have like 19 games remaining or whatever? Who goes for it? Who goes for 84? Let's look at the Wizards schedule.
Oh my God.
Because now people are gonna be like, "Oh, we can do this. Like, this team's trash. We can easily do this." So who's gonna go for this? All right, Orlando, Ben Caro, maybe.
Ben Caro. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't.
He'll chuck it, but he can't hit that many shots.
Yeah, I don't think their offense is like.
Great and mind you, I want to also say this because Kobe has never been the most efficient player. His true shooting for the 81-point game was like in the 70s. He was
Yeah.
in the 70s. He shot the ball very, very well on that night. It took him 46 shots to get it, but still, he got 81. And he's a perimeter player, so that's even tougher. Bam Adebayo is the first player to score 70 on less than 50% shooting in history. In history, ladies and gentlemen, in the history of the NBA, there has never been a player who scored 70 shooting below 50%. And all his shots mostly came at the rim. He shot 22 threes and made 7 of them, but he had a lot of shots at the rim. He had shot the ball 43 times. He was 20 for 43. So nearly half of his shots were at the rim or on mid-range shots, and he shot the ball below 50%. Just wanted to put that out there as well.
All right. Bancaro, maybe. I don't think he's like can actually do it. Oh, Boston. Oh, Jason Tatum. After seeing this, feels like he's gonna take that personal and be like, "Oh yeah, I gotta avenge Kobe."
Well, he's still not at 100%. So no,
yeah, he's gonna shot chuck though.
No.
I think Boston actually play too smart. Like, oh.
Yeah, and they have a well-balanced team. They have a deep team. So, and you have Jaylen Brown, who's a top 10 player this year. So he's not going to do it.
Yeah. So as I was saying before, I got frozen. Like, Boston actually plays like basketball correctly. So I don't know if it's gonna happen because I don't know if like Tatum's gonna get all of those shots. 2 game or Golden State. If Steph is back, I don't think Steph's like actually. So here's what we're looking for. We're looking for people who are like actually gonna go for it as well. Not like who could, because obviously Tatum could if he gets the shots. If Steph plays in this game, he could if he takes the shots. But like, who's actually gonna like look at it and be like, I'm gonna go for this. You know what I mean? That's what we're looking.
He's coming off of injury, so he's probably not gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't even know if Steph is gonna play. Like, I have no idea. 2 games against Detroit. I think they play too well rounded for anybody to. And Cade and Jalen Durant had a great game last night.
And Cade shot the ball 45 times and only had 46 points. No.
Cade would have a more inefficient 80 than Bam did.
Exactly.
OKC. I mean, Shea could, but we'd actually sit him in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
So
he can do the 62 in 3 quarters.
Yeah.
He won't get the chance in the 4th quarter.
Nah, yeah, we play too correctly for Shea to get all of those numbers. New York, Brunson, like I actually think Towns would do it more than Brunson.
I think Brunson would go for it.
Yeah.
He's the best. He's one of the best shot makers out there, but his efficiency has gone down over the last month or so.
Utah, okay. I don't know if they have anybody who can actually do it.
No.
Count George is good. Maybe him.
Yeah.
Golden State again. Oh, here's the one. Portland. Denny.
Sharp?
No. Denny Avita. Oh. This dude already draws like 20 fouls a game anyway. He's got the best whistle in the league. Ooh. They got nothing to really play for. They're kind of locked into like that 9th spot in the play-in, so they're in no danger of falling out of there. They can't really move up to 8th, even if you move up to 8th. Like you just get the home court, but they're pretty locked into 9th, honestly. Ooh, that might be the one, folks, because they're in that sweet spot of like they don't play like real hoops out in Portland. They're a shot chucking team. They're just shooting threes. Like, they're a good defensive team, but Denny just drives wildly and gets like every foul call. Ooh, might be Denny for the record there. Then we have LA. Luka if he wants to.
Luka's he would tie it and then they would sit him out so he wouldn't break the record because Kobe still has really if we're really talking about records. He didn't tie it. He didn't break any records. records. He got second. He
Yeah.
passed Kobe on the all-time list. Kobe still has the record for most points by a guard. He has the Laker record for most points. Luka, he would be the type of player that would go for it, just to be like, let me see if I can. I've dropped 74 before on a play-in team in the Atlanta Hawks. Let me see if I could drop 80, at least 80, 81 on the Washington Wizards like Bam did.
Luka could do it. I just don't know if he would or not.
It would have to be a game that both LeBron and Austin Reeves are out.
Yeah. Philly, Maxey might probably out that game. Otherwise, Embiid, who knows? I mean, Embiid could do it.
Yeah.
A rematch against Miami, maybe Bam just tries to go for it again. Do you think that game?
Hero and Norman Powell will be playing.
So that doesn't mean anything. Like
No, it does. It does, because that had a lot to do with him getting that many shots.
It did, but I just wonder if they're like, oh, it's Bam against the Wizards again. Let's just try to do this all over again, even if Hero and Powell are playing when it comes to this. Brooklyn, I don't think they have anybody who is actually good enough to do it. 2 games against Chicago. I don't think they have any. Bazulis last night, he had 40. So there's that.
No one's talking about that.
They played Miami twice in this final stretch. Do you think they opened the game by like triple teaming him? That's what I would do.
They should. They should just be like, it's just a follow up from the last game. Let's triple team him right from the start. Make sure the ball gets out of his hands.
And then they play their final game against Cleveland, which Mitchell and Harden could obviously do it. I don't know.
Mitchell needed overtime to get 71.
Yeah, and I think Mitchell could do it though. I don't know where Cleveland will be at by the final game. They might be resting guys and everything by that point. I'm sticking by Denny as my guy to do this. It's in Portland as well, so it's a home game for them.
I'm going Denny or Luka. Luka trying to get revenge for the Lakers.
Yeah, honestly, they should. The next time the Wizards play Miami, they should just start swinging.
Just disrespected them. Disrespected the game of basketball and them at the same time.
Absolutely amazing theater last night. I can't believe Bam Adebayo, of all people, like really did this. As I tweeted last night, he's not even the best player in his own relationship. He's not even the best player in his house.
That's what Greg Carter messaged me on my post. He was like, he's not even the best person in his own relationship. Aja Wilson, yeah. Probably the better player.
I like how she was up there at the press conference with him. Like, that just goes to show of like, you set this historical record. You do this historical achievement. And they're like, yeah, we actually want to talk to your girlfriend more than we want to talk to you. Come on.
It's like they knew it felt like this was a plan. This was an orchestrated attack. This is an orchestrated attack because his mom was there, his girlfriend was there. Like, come on, man.
Some more super chats here. Ryan says, up next, someone random dropping a 101 on my Bulls. Yeah, they don't have a good defense. That's potentially possible.
You gotta wait 20 more years for this.
And that's the thing. Like, it's very easy for us to joke and like, oh yeah, this guy can do it. This guy can do it. That guy might do it. He could go for it and stuff. Like, this doesn't happen. Like, there's a reason why only 2 players before last night had ever scored of 80. Like, this stuff just like does not happen. Like, even scoring 60, 70, like, it's very difficult to do. Because even if like you're going for it, even if you are just like taking a bunch of shots and everything, you're putting in a lot of work to get these shots. And to continue to make them at that level, like you saw it in the fourth quarter of Bam when they were still playing like legit basketball before the final half of that fourth quarter. He couldn't do anything. Like he was so gassed after 3 quarters and what he did. So yeah, it's very tough to do to score 80 and to score 60, to score 70. So it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, as much as we are joking about like, yeah, this guy can do it, that guy can do it. Like it's very difficult to do. That's why like I give respect for him actually getting 83. Like what was the final 5 minutes ethical basketball?
No, not whatsoever.
No,
but it was fun. It was fun to watch.
It wasn't ethical basketball at all.
It was fun to watch. Yeah,
it was hilarious to watch.
Yeah,
absolutely hilarious. Yeah, the game was at home last night, SP3. Like, I'm pretty sure his mom and girlfriend probably go to like all the home games. There's no WNBA season right now.
I don't believe it. Orchestrated. This was orchestrated. This is all a conspiracy theory.
Oh man. And other Mike says NBA did this so nobody talked about Magic City Night. That was bullshit that they canceled Magic City Night. Like, what? I was offended that they canceled this. I blame Luke Cornett, and now I think he's going to be punished in the form of the Spurs can't win the championship this year. The basketball gods will not allow Luke Cornett to win a championship because he got Magic City Night canceled. There's a very good it's on my timeline for people who want to read it, but there's a very good article. It's a Q&A with the owner of Magic City, and she talks about how like, yeah, we weren't consulted on this. Like people like Luke Cornett trying to like speak up for us. It's like, we don't need you speaking up for us. Like we have a voice as well. Like you think you're helping, but you're really not. Like, they were. So for those that don't know, Atlanta was going to do Magic City Night against the Orlando Magic. So get the tie in there. For those that don't know what Magic City is in Atlanta, it's a very well established wing place there at Magic City. It's been referenced on AEW television.
Well established wing place. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're known for, right? Their wings, their thighs, their breasts.
Yeah, breasts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have some nice hot buns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they were gonna do, it's just Magic City Night, and they were gonna have the wings and stuff there. They were gonna do, giveaways, I'm sure, and they're gonna do merchandise and everything like that. So like, all right, this is fun. Everyone knows what Magic City is in Atlanta. It is for all the jokes.
It's an Atlanta staple.
Yeah, it really is an Atlanta staple. Like it is like a very well-established establishment in Atlanta. So like, all right, sure. And then people got mad about it. White people, of course, got mad about it. Like, who gives a fuck what Luke Cornett thinks about this place? Luke Cornett ain't going there. He's probably never stepped foot inside of Magic City. I don't care what he has to say about this. Like, come on now. Can we get James Harden's opinion on this?
Yeah, James Harden would be an objective person to
yeah. James Harden has researched all of these places. He knows everything. I don't believe Luke Cornett has done any actual research on why Magic City is above other establishments of similar nature.
James Harden is making retirement plans to retire in Atlanta for Magic City.
So Luke Cornett and some other people got mad about this, and then so the NBA just decided to cancel it because of their. And apparently, like, they were never gonna have like any dancers or anything there. It was just they were gonna serve the wings. They were gonna again do merchandise. They were gonna do just branding kind of stuff. Like, now could they have had dancers there in some capacity? I I think in some way, maybe. I understand you got to balance, even if you're the Atlanta Hawks, you got to balance the kid entertainment of going to an NBA game, because obviously a lot of kids are going to an NBA game, and obviously a lot of kids, all kids, shouldn't be going into Magic City. So you can't just have strippers walking around and shaking ass and everything when there's a bunch of kids and stuff there. But you could have had like the dancers. They have dance troops out there. You could have done some type of tie-in with them for halftime entertainment, and they're out there with the cheerleaders and the dancers and stuff. They don't need to be, stripping and with their clothes and everything, but just they could do something there. But they weren't going to do any of that though. It was literally just branding, and they were going to just have the wings. That was it. And they got mad about that. It's like, we sell beer at these games. You can't turn on your television without a gambling ad going on. Like, you're worried about, like, what? Oh, the kids are going to be like, hey, Dad, what's Magic City? Can we go here?
Yep.
No, son, no, you can't. It's
they discuss.
It's an over 18 club. When you're over 18, that's when you can go to this place. It's like any other bar in America. You just can't. Oh, I know not all bars are like 18, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
you can't do it. Is that any worse than, hey, Dad, can I have this beer? Hey, Dad, can I? Yeah. What's this betting thing here? Like, what? No, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about any of this. It sounds very stupid and trivial. Like, something that they shouldn't even be that bothered about, but of course they find a reason to be bothered.
No, I'm with you. What are we saying? Like, I don't know if it's like, when you say "come on, Jeremy," you make it seem like I'm against you. Yes, I agree. OnlyFans is a thing. I'm with you. I don't think they should. I don't think they should be not doing this promotion. Like, I think it's bullshit that they are not doing this promotion, because I don't think this promotion is harmful. You go to Hooters, don't you? Not fully the same thing, but Hooters is very blatant in what they're advertising with this.
They're not
stuff.
Advertising just the wings.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so I just think it's nonsense. Like, let them do something fun. Let them have this fun stuff with the Magic City stuff. But white people got to complain as usual, so we got to shut it down. Fucking white people.
Can't let them have fun. Like, come on,
how, Mr. Towns?
You're ruining James Harden's dreams.
Mr. Towns, how? From my statement there, how would you think that I was against what was happening here? I was very blatantly defending Magic City and that this should be a thing that should be happening. I fully agree with them doing this. I don't agree with them canceling it. I think it's bullshit. But
agreed.
I do like the conspiracy theory that that the NBA needed Bam to break this record, so people forgot about
the fix was in
cancellation.
Fix was in, man. Eric Spoelstra, the referees giving them 43 free throws. Adam
That's
Silver
absurd.
to distract them.
By the way, that's absurd. 43 free throws. I know the
43.
end of game got a little out of hand and enhanced it a little bit, but he was still at like 35 before it got stupid at the end.
It's a guy that averages like 6-7 free throws a game.
I never want to hear about the Shea whistle ever again when Bam Adebayo is getting 30 plus free throws in a game. Get out of here.
He went from 18.9 points per game to 20 points per game off of one game.
Was he really only at like 18 per game?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you, because again, when I was telling my wife, I was like, yeah, he's a guy who averages like 20 points per game. Like that's
no,
it.
now he averages 20 points after 83.
Yeah. Like, sure, they were fouling him. I don't disagree with that, but
yeah, we're not saying he wasn't fouling him, but
every player gets fouled on every possession. You can call a foul on
Exactly.
the majority of possessions. To give Bam this many free throws
Kinda,
feels absurd to me. Like, absolutely absurd. But, you know, I don't want to hear any complaints about any type of whistle that any player gets when Bam is getting this kind of whistle. Get out of here with that.
respect to him, Eric Spoelstra is a terrorist. Basketball terrorist.
Would you
Should not
have
have a job.
Would you have respected Spoelstra and the Heat if they took him out at 81?
Yes. But
Okay.
he had already decided before the dude had 70 that he was going for 80.
Yes, I
You
mean
could
that
tell.
is
You could tell.
yeah.
By putting him in the fourth quarter, it was all designed for him to break the record, to break Kobe's record.
Yeah, he was. They were definitely. I mean, you don't leave him in that game when you're up 30
25 going
at
into the
home
fourth.
against the Wizards. Like, there's no reason for him to play that game. You have that one well in hand. I respect that they went for it. I do. You know what? This is a once in a lifetime thing. Like, go for it out here. How it happened, all right, sure, but
It can be all these things at once. It could be fun, it could be historic, and it could be unethical and basically bastardizing the game of basketball. It could be all four of these things at once. And I can tell most of our chat, the people watching today, have never seen basketball outside of yesterday if they're voting real hoops over unethical.
I think a lot of them are voting real hoops just to piss you off.
I realize that a lot of people like this show when I'm pissed off. Apparently,
They like doing this to all.
I saw the people who got a real kick out of me being pissed off at Gato on Friday.
They do this with everybody though. You know, me and Joel. They're like, "Oh, what's the poll question that's going to annoy them the most? Like, what's the answer that's going to annoy them the most when it comes to these type of polls?" And that's what they're gonna vote for. So, yeah, need to manipulate. Oh, sorry. We need to manipulate to finish at 83%. I respect that, Louis. I respect it. Do the Lakers play tonight? Well, I don't know if Luka's gonna get 80 in a game that
think so.
he doesn't
Hey,
play.
Luka got 30 and a triple double. I'll take that. I'll take that over.
So
over
you
any-
said this. You said this. I guess probably last week, maybe it was a couple weeks ago, and I backed you on this because the Lakers are one of the teams I cover for roundtable.com/ or roundtable.io/NBA. Please sign up. Please give me extra money. The Lakers are just better without LeBron James. Like,
yes,
they just
because
are.
he's a defensive liability. And yeah, you could say Luka is a defensive liability, but the Lakers are much better when it's Luka and Austin Reeves out there with the rest of our role players, instead of when LeBron is out there, because then you have more than one guy who doesn't have a lot of effort on defense, and it just doesn't work. They are a worse team when it's LeBron James out there than without him. We saw that at the beginning of the season. We've seen it over the last two games. And, you know, I think I forgot who it was in the chat every week would say, oh, the Lakers can't beat a playoff team. They can't beat one of the good teams. Yes, we can if we don't have LeBron James.
It is very funny that, you know, the Timberwolves beat the Lakers last year in the playoffs in 5 games. And this year, the Lakers are 3-0 against the Timberwolves.
And all 3 wins without
yes. Yeah, and yeah, the common denominator in all 3 games was that LeBron did not play. The matchup hasn't really changed. I mean, yeah, the Lakers added DeAndre Ayton, but they're still largely the same team as they were last year, and the Timberwolves are still largely the same team. So LeBron not playing any of the 3 games is very telling, I think. But no, I cover the Lakers. I run enough numbers. I can tell you wholeheartedly, their defense is much worse with LeBron on the court. For all the complaints about Luka, and I don't think Luka's a good defender. I think Luka would admit he's not a good defender. One, I do think he's played better defensively since the All-Star break. He does look a little bit more rejuvenated. He does look a little bit more focused and aggressive on that end. But their numbers are just, you can look them up, folks. Their numbers are worse, especially defensively, with LeBron on the court. And offensively, he doesn't make up enough to mitigate that. Like the Nuggets, their defense isn't good, but their offense is great. They have the best offense in the league. So okay, even if you have the 20th best defense, then if your offense is first, it's enough. But if you have the 20th best defense and your offense is 19th, that ain't enough to make up the gap there. They might have they might have a winning record with LeBron, but the knock on the Lakers, a very true knock.
We're 10-2 when it's Luka and Austin Reeves and no LeBron James.
And again, the knock on the Lakers, which was a very real knock with LeBron in the lineup, and even before, they didn't beat anybody good. Like they have a bad record against good teams, just overall this season. And I mean, LeBron is part of that. Like he has played in those games where they just cannot beat good teams. And yeah, they're 26-18 with LeBron. You play enough teams, you're obviously going to win games. Like I'm scrolling through here right fast. Their best win with LeBron in the lineup. Toronto? Maybe?
Yeah.
They beat Denver. Denver. Did Jokic play? Jokic didn't play that game. I ain't counting that one. Because Jokic is the one who really torches them. That, buddy, again, they have a winning record with LeBron. Sure. That's a factual statement. Do you want to know the teams they've effectively just beaten up on during that? It's been
the worst teams in the league.
Yeah. Listen to this list. Utah, the November Clippers, Dallas, Toronto, Philly, Phoenix is a fine win, Utah, Sacramento, Memphis, New Orleans, Atlanta, Toronto, Denver without Jokic, Dallas, Chicago, Washington, Brooklyn, Philly, the Warriors without Steph, Dallas, the Clippers in February, that's a fine win. The Warriors without Steph, Sacramento, New Orleans. You tell me the good wins in there, buddy. You tell me who they've beaten. The Toronto wins, the February Clippers. That's still a play-in team, the February Clippers. Toronto is a 6th seed in the East, I think. Denver without Jokic? Come on. So, yeah, you can say they have a winning record with LeBron. I just named you their wins with LeBron. You tell me their best win. Ain't good.
Yep. It ain't. And we have a much better point differential when it's Luka and Reeves on the court than when LeBron is on the court. I think LeBron and Reeves have a positive point differential, but when it's all three of our main players, Reeves, Luka, LeBron, we have a negative point differential.
Yeah, it's the big three, if you want to call them that. I'm not sure an actual big three exists in today's NBA, but if you want to call them that, because I don't consider
he's the best third option in the league. So.
LeBron James is.
I mean, LeBron would not be.
Because I I kind of think at this stage, like Reeves is the guy you have to go to over
I
LeBron.
I
They
think that
don't. They don't, but they
I think in
should.
actuality, Reeves should be the second option,
Yeah.
but LeBron hasn't accepted that he's the third option quite yet, and that's where the issue, the disconnect, is happening when all three guys are on the court because he needs the ball so often, and sometimes he could take over in certain games, and he still thinks that he's at peak performance, and he's just not. He's just not. He is with the ball in his hand on the offensive end of the court, but then he doesn't show any type of effort or energy over on the defensive end.
Yeah. Can the numbers bear this out as well? So I think Reeves
Oh, I think Jeremy's frozen again. But yeah, good game against the Timberwolves. Luca had a 31-point
is the
triple
guy you got to go
double.
to more than LeBron. Okay.
Okay, I think you're back now. Reeves also dropped
Yeah, I'm back.
31 on that game as well. Even Aiton had a double double last night. So overall,
Dominating.
it was a good game. Dominating. He was dominating for once. He drank some of his crunk juice and he stepped up a bit and had a good game. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy. That's my guy.
I watched Spurs and Celtics last night as well. That became bullshit when Jaylen Brown got tossed. I was like, I don't have any
Yeah.
interest in this game
I
anymore.
heard they turned the game to the ending of the Bam game.
They did. So yeah, I was watching Miami on my computer, and I had the Spurs game on the TV, and then yeah, with like 2 minutes to go, they put the Miami game on Peacock, and so I was like, oh. So I told my wife, I was like, oh, they're putting it up here. So I shut my computer down. So I'm like, all right, we can watch it here. So yeah, they did switch the Spurs and Celtics game to Bam breaking Kobe's 81, because I mean, look, it's a historical thing. It reminded me of when they would cut into games for Barry Bonds when he was gonna
Yeah,
break the home run record. Like that's what it reminded me of. It was like, oh, okay, who cares what's on right now? Like we're about to witness some history, so we got to put this on. I did watch Spurs and Celtics though. And once Jaylen Brown got tossed, I was like, this isn't the same game. Like I think Jaylen Brown over exaggerated that push because it didn't look like there was a real like push. Like I think it was Castle, maybe Vassell. I think it was Vassell actually. Um, yeah, I think Vassell, he definitely like kind of went like that. It wasn't like a full on arm extend type of thing. So, yeah. Sorry.
it's all good.
Uh, so yeah, it wasn't a full on arm extend, and then Jaylen Brown went kind of into the bench or into the crowd. Then he was like very mad about it. Like it should have been a foul. But then Jaylen Brown was just heated that it wasn't, and he kept going, kept going, kept going. Like, give him the T, sure, and he did, but like to double tech him and to throw him out of that particular game, like, come on.
Exactly, especially when this is on national TV. I know Adam Silver is like, all right, I gotta have a talk with this ref because you're messing up our ratings here. Come on, Jaylen Brown off a double tech, off of him arguing with a play call. So I don't know. Good win for the Spurs regardless. Even though we would have liked to see Jaylen Brown in that game, and the Boston Celtics been playing really good. Like Jason Tatum, he's looked in. I kept saying it for months, Jeremy, to you. I was like, Jason Tatum comes back at 80%. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
And he came back in those first two games, and he looked like he was already at 80%. Like the shot wasn't there and the scoring wasn't there quite yet, but the rebounds, the assists, the energy on the court, he looks like he was at like that 80% mark, and he can only go up with more games heading into the playoffs. 19 games left for most teams, so I'm very confident in my prediction from a couple of months ago that the Boston Celtics look to be the favorite going into the Eastern Conference for the playoffs.
Yeah, Detroit slipped a little bit as of late. I don't put too much stock into that. I understand why people will, but
You shouldn't put
I've
much stock into March basketball as well.
yeah, I've always said that. Like it's tough to put stock into like these March games, like these mid-March games, especially like obviously if you're a team like battling for a positioning and everything, with that, like that's one thing. But you know, if you're a team that's kind of like where you're supposed to be, yeah, it's not much there.
And even with Boston, they weren't supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to be the
Yeah,
second best team in the Eastern Conference. This was supposed to be their gap year, ladies and gentlemen, and they are the second best team in the Eastern Conference and just got back their star player who was supposed to be out for most of the year, and he's back with at least a month and a half left in the regular season. They're in a good spot right now.
yeah, yeah. But I don't put too much stock into the Pistons losing. But Boston, yeah, I didn't think they would be here. That's for sure. And the fact that they are is pretty scary. And I don't see any other. I mean, yeah, they were winning all these games without Tatum. I did say when Tatum came back, there would be an adjustment for him and other players and everything. But they've looked so far good with him. We didn't get a true representation of how they're going to be last night. They play the Thunder tomorrow night. We'll see how they look in that game. But it wouldn't be surprising if they came out of the East. I don't think it would have been surprising even if Tatum didn't return, if they came out of the
No,
East, because I don't think a lot of people like fully believed in the Pistons as good as they were playing.
they're still young.
Yeah, man. We shall see. That Spurs team is scary.
They are. They're the biggest threat to y'all winning, but I am
Yeah.
so happy to say that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has pretty much wrapped up my MVP award for this season with that performance on Monday against the fraud that is Nikola Jokic. If anyone told y'all Nikola Jokic was a fraud as a GOAT, it was me. I told y'all this like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, when this guy was pushing the agenda of the three-time NBA MVP. And yes, one of the greatest offensive players of all time, but man, don't play a lick of defense. A lick of it. A lick of it. Shea is the best two-way player in the league. Offensive genius. One of the best offensive players that we've seen in the modern era. I'm so happy. So happy for that win. And that shot. Oh, that shot was very I don't understand why it's always, oh, this player A is better than Kobe Bryant. I don't understand that ever when anybody starts that discourse. I do understand why that is the closest kind of comparison for people to make, because that shot was very Kobe-esque.
Zach, have fun tomorrow. You know, I don't want to say like it's a foregone conclusion he's going to get 20, but at this point, like I just don't know how he doesn't get 20. So I'll ensure his 20. I'll bet on him to go under 20, and that'll ensure he gets. I probably get very good odds on him going under 20 as well. So yeah, I'll go for that. I hope you have fun, Zach. Hope it's a good game. You know, I had very little faith we were going to beat the Nuggets on Monday, because once I saw Chet was out and Jamal Murray was in, I was like, wait, they got their full-on starting lineup, and we got Shea, Queso, Dort, Joe, and J. Will as our starting lineup. Like, yeah. J. Will's our only big.
J. Will had a great
he was
game.
fantastic. Yeah, he was fantastic. But I was like, J. Will's our only big against Jokic. Like, J. Will does pretty well against Jokic, but he does pretty well against Jokic. Like after we've thrown Hartenstein after him, after we send doubles after him, after we have Chet there to meet him on the block, after we case in whoever. It's like J. Will does good, but he's guarding him the whole game. Oof. This isn't going to go well. And it didn't look like it was going well early, because we got down 10 and everything. And then we came back and we actually went up, and okay. So I was locked in for the game. It was on during Raw. Who could possibly care about wrestling? So I was locked in for the game.
Hey, Raw was good this week. I'm not gonna crap on Raw this week. Yeah, two good angles. When was the last time we said that about a Monday Night Raw episode?
No, it was. It was. But again, I was locked in on the game.
I get it.
And man, like I said, I wasn't gonna take regular season games serious, and I still like when we lose, it's like whatever, we lost, who cares? But like that was definitely since the Houston game, the first game of the season. Like, that was definitely the most hype I've been for a game this year. Like the ending of everything, because Shea hits the first three, and like I'm like, yeah, little fist pump and everything. It's like, oh, okay, Shea, okay, Shea, okay, Shea, and then that stupid ass 4-point play, and I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna. Stupid team. What are we doing? Why are we doing Westbrook OKC things right now? We're supposed to be moved past this with everything. And then Shea hits the other three, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm hyped. And my wife's sitting there. She, bless her, she's on her phone and everything. She's like jolted, and I'm like, oh, baby, I'm sorry, my bad. It's usually, I'm locked in on the game and everything, but I haven't been too hyped. She knows playoffs. She knows like she knows what to expect playoffs. But regular season, I haven't been like this, so she can understand it. But yeah, I was very excited for that second three, and I texted this to Sammer before the he ended up hitting these shots. This game showed me that, like, if you want to call Jokic the best player in the world, like, fine. I don't have like a great argument for it. Like I offensively, certainly, like, dude puts up historically great offensive numbers, video game numbers offensively. Defense, like, it is what it is. Izzy Dame with his defense. But if you want to call him the best player in the world, like, fine. This game, even before those two shots, told me Shea was definitely on that level, and it feels a little bit disrespectful to not put him on that level, to just dismiss it as like, oh, well, it's Jokic. Why isn't it Jokic? Because like I watched this game and I'm like, why isn't it Shea with the way that he is playing? The shot making ability, the way he just picks apart the defenses. He had 15 assists and no turnovers, and they were throwing every kind of coverage at him. And he's been doing this all season. I know he doesn't have like these great assist numbers like Jokic does and everything, mainly because like nobody on our team could hit shots. All of a sudden he comes back and nobody knows how to shoot anymore. But it's mainly because these guys just don't hit shots, because like he sets them up. And we make extra passes and things like that, but he sets them up and just completely reads the defense how you would want your star player to read the defense. And then defensively, I mean, he had 2 big blocks in the fourth quarter, like at the rim. Like he's a guard protecting the rim. Yeah. I was watching the game again before those 2 shots. I'm like, if you want to say Jokic, fine. I think it's very stupid of you to just be like, yeah, it's Jokic. No argument. No debate. Nobody's close. There's a guy who's very close to him, and I think he might have the crown at this point.
Jokic, if you want to say he's the best player in the league, that's all fine and dandy. You can't tell me he's the MVP of this regular season.
Oh, he's definitely not the MVP.
It's definitely Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, because of all the things they've had to overcome with all these injuries, with the 20-point game streak, with being at 31 point, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, averages, shooting the ball so efficiently, one of the most efficient, like, big game or large quantity scorer that we've seen in NBA history. He's up there with some of the best of all time. Like, last year was on that level, and this year seems to be even better than that. So yeah, I think there's no question he's the regular season MVP. Jaylen Brown's had a great year. He's going to be top 5 in MVP, but I think that Boston is more likely to win Missoula's more likely to win Coach of the Year than Jaylen Brown's winning MVP. I think you got to spread out the wealth. You can't win everything, and I think Boston's success is more on Missoula and the role players stepping up after the first couple of games of the season more than it is Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is a certified top 10 player with the way that he's played this year, but he's not the MVP. It's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, Boston has like better numbers with Jaylen Brown off the court as well. Like, they're still a really good team when Jaylen Brown is not on the court. Like the drop off for OKC is very noticeable when
They are
Shea is not
poverty
there.
stricken without Shea.
Especially this season because we haven't had health at all this season. Like AJ held it down when Dub was out and Shea was off the floor, but we haven't had AJ. Thankfully came back last game, played great. But we didn't when we didn't have him. Like we had nothing. We were getting lineups with like Kaysen Wallace running the offense, and like Kaysen's good, but he's not like that offense initiator like that. So yeah, that guy, he's the MVP. He might be the best player in the world. He's so good. He's so good. Now, Jules, he's not the Jaylen Brown again. He's had a great season. Not the MVP though.
I would probably say Jaylen Brown was going to be probably my. I'll put him at like 4, maybe 4. I don't even have Jokic at 2. I'll be honest for MVP. I got Cade at 2.
Cade, okay.
Cade at 2. Maybe Jokic at 3. Then Jaylen Brown at 4. Wemby at 5.
Yeah, I kind of think I'd put Wemby over Jaylen Brown. It's close,
That's fair.
but
That's fair.
It's close.
I got my own guy. I got Luka at 6. I'm being fair here. Luka can get up. If we get more games without LeBron before the end of the season, and we're able to get to that 3 seed, Luka may be cracking the top 5. He might be cracking the top 5. I got to look at the numbers again. I might put him over Wemby. I don't know.
Scott saying SJ is expected to do what he does. No one expected Jaylen Brown to do what he does. Okay, so give him
that doesn't mean he's the MVP. Just because you're expected to do something doesn't take away from the impact that you've had on the team. Like that is and without Shea, they are, like I said, without Shea, they had so many injuries this year. They wouldn't be the number 1 seed in the NBA without him. Like that's a ridiculous thing to say. I'll be honest. I respect everybody's opinion, but that's kind of ridiculous to say. Yeah, we didn't expect Jaylen Brown to do it. So most surprising player of the year. That doesn't make him the most valuable player of the year.
Like, I don't think people realize, and they don't realize it because we've been so good all season. I don't think people realize like the level of injuries we have had this season, like the absolute level of injuries that we have had when it comes to this year. We've had Dub for like 20 games. AJ's been hurt. Chet's been hurt. Hartenstein's been hurt. Caruso's been hurt. We've had no creators for so many games. Where are the Celtics without Brown? Like they're not as good, obviously. They're not. But I still think they're a play-in team at the very most, or the very least, without Jaylen Brown. Yep. That's a good overall team there. And they've had Derek White. Derek White's been great this year for them. They got an overall like good team when it comes to that. I'm truthfully not trying to diminish what Jaylen Brown does, because I actually think I don't think it's fair to fully dismiss him as an MVP candidate. I don't think he's the MVP, but I don't think it's fair to like dismiss him as an MVP candidate.
I'm saying I'm not dismissing. I'm saying he's top 5. He's top 5 for MVP.
I'm not saying you. I think a lot of people are just like, well, no, it's not Jaylen Brown. Like how can he be there? It's got to be Shea or Jokic. Like, nah, Jaylen Brown's having a really good season in Boston. They're in that position because Jaylen Brown.
And just so good. Y'all are aware,
but
if y'all have the numbers, since you asked the question, I will answer it. Where are the Celtics without Jaylen Brown? This year, the Celtics are 6-1 without Jaylen Brown on the court.
I don't even like the record is one thing. Here, I'll throw some like real number. Like the record is
per 100 possessions, the team has a plus 6.5 to plus 8.2 without Jaylen Brown on the court.
Their net rating with Jaylen Brown on the floor is plus 5.5. 5.5. Good net rating. 121 offense, 115 defense. This takes out garbage time, mind you. This is low leverage removed. Plus 5.5. Good net rating without Jaylen Brown. Or with Jaylen Brown. Sorry, with Jaylen Brown on the floor. Without Jaylen Brown on the floor, it is plus 15.5. They are 10 points better without Jaylen Brown on the floor.
Yeah. Don't ask questions if y'all don't want the answers. That's like what are we talking about here? This is a team that has the best coach in basketball. I don't understand why that like some people will hear our analysis of it where we're saying Jaylen Brown is a top 5 MVP candidate, but he's not the leader. He's not number one. Like that is not taking anything away from him. He's a top 5 MVP candidate. He's one of the 10 best players in basketball. But the Celtics also have the number 1 best coach. They have the coach of the year, and their role players have played exponentially well. That's the whole reason. It's more than just Jaylen Brown. It's the role players have stepped up exponentially this year to make them the number 2 seed, to make them the favorite going into the Eastern Conference Finals. You guys have to understand, this is no slight against Brown. We are literally crediting the Boston Celtics as a team over one individual, whereas with the Thunder, you have more of a case last season to say that, oh, Shea has a great team around him. That's why he's this good. Whereas this year, they have been injury stricken. They've had the IR. We've done podcasts where Jeremy's talking about they only had 8 players to play overall.
I got to watch Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Brooks Barnhizer minutes, folks.
In
that
Christmas,
dude sucks.
Someone with the last name Christmas was playing for them at one point. Like, yo, they have been the most injury-stricken team in all of the NBA, in my opinion, and they're still the number 1 seed. Like that takes a lot. And you're not gonna, their coach is great. He's won an NBA championship, but it's really Shea. Shea is the engine for everything that they're doing, and their role players haven't stepped up to the point like the Boston Celtics role players have.
They're 15 or 10 points better when Brown is off the floor. Then I'll throw this. And Jules, I don't think it's just you. Yeah, I put up Scott's.
No, Jules, Jules. I saw you said like you like the analysis because you're the first one who said Jaylen Brown is the MVP. But you listen to what we're saying and how we're explaining why we place these people where they're at. There's just some people are just like, we expect that comment bothered me, and I'm not even the Thunder fan. I just predicted the Thunder were gonna win. I'm not the Thunder fan like he is, but don't disrespect what Shea is doing this year. That's disrespectful. Just because you expect it to happen doesn't mean that we should just be like, oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's great. That's why Kobe Bryant only has 1 MVP. That's why Kobe Bryant has 1 MVP, because they were like, oh, no, that's Kobe. We just expected, even though he's playing with Smush Parker and Chris Mims, we just expect him to have 30-something points and have the most points per game of anyone in the regular season of the last 25 years. Yeah, then we just expect that. So we're not gonna give him the MVP this year. We have to wait till he's way into his career. He's a 12-year vet before he wins an MVP.
So I hit you with the Jaylen Brown numbers. How Boston is 10 points better with him off the floor. OKC, Shea off the floor is. Their offensive rating is a 112.7 and a 107.1, 5.5 point net rating. Pretty good. That's the number that Jaylen Brown has when he's on the floor for Boston. 5.5. Shea on the floor, 121 offense. So the offense jumps by about 10 points when he's on the floor because he's that good offensively. Defense is 106. 15.5 net rating. So yes, they are 10 points better with Shea on the floor. The Celtics are 10 points worse with Jaylen Brown on the floor. The Thunder are 10 points better with Shea on the floor. If that doesn't tell you like the levels to how good Shea has been for his team compared to who he's on the floor with and when he's off, to Jaylen Brown and how good he's been on the floor compared to when he's off, like there's a 20-point gap between these two things. Oh yeah, Shea's the MVP there. He just He just is. But I do think Jaylen Brown is having like a great season. Like
Best season of his career, really.
yeah.
And like I said this before with like Nikola Jokic, with the Nikola Jokic truthers out there, the Nuggets totally botched his MVP chances with their record when he was out for 16 games. They were 10-6 without Nikola Jokic. They were basically
they're botching his chances now with the way he's playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, they were playing better without him than they're playing right now.
Money Mark, the sample size is all season. What is the sample size here? The sample size is every game they've played this year. It's over 1,000 minutes. No, it's not even per 100 possessions. It's the numbers. It's the entire season here. It's not even per 100 possessions. Like, this is the entire season that has been added up here of what the net ratings are. So this isn't like a small sample size or anything. This is a 60 game sample size. This is a 1,500 minute sample size. This isn't a small number here.
It's not a case study. Yes. All right, we should get in some wrestling talk. The fastest NXT review in the history of the game.
Okay.
He's like, no, I'm disgusted by that suggestion.
That sounds terrible. Why are we reviewing NXT?
Because there was in the description it says 3 wrestling things that we had to talk about. NXT happened. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, here we go.
What did you find? What is that? It's chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh, he said hi to Jeremy. You're on my mic, but
hi Harlem.
I like mint or chocolate.
Say I'm 6 years old now.
I'm 6 years old now.
When was your birthday?
Some Saturday, right? Saturday was your birthday.
Saturday.
And you got chocolate on my new shirt. Thank you.
Happy belated birthday, Harlem.
He said happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
You say thank you.
Thank you.
She really got chocolate on my new shirt.
Ask her what she thought of Bam's 83 points.
She'll be like, what is that? We just put her on to me and the missus. I've gotten my missus into Ted, the TV show.
Oh, I watched the first episode of season 2 last night.
How did you like it?
I liked it. I thought it was very funny.
I love Ted.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
We talked about season 1, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So
I'll wait till you're finished. We got like 3 more episodes to watch of season 2.
Okay. It'll probably take me a little bit. The wife and I started what's it? Age of Attraction. This is on Netflix. It's called Age of Attraction. It's by the same people who did Love Is Blind. Because we're so heated this morning. SP3 I was gonna watch the reunion this morning, the Love Is Blind reunion.
Yeah.
It doesn't come out until 9 p.m. It's not live. Oh. They're just not releasing it until 9 p.m.
Damn,
I was like,
drop my mic. I'm so pissed at that. I gotta wait till tomorrow then, because 9 p.m. out here is like 1 a.m. My missus goes to bed at that time, so
I was like, what the fuck are they? Why is this? So we'll watch it after Dynamite tonight. But we started Age of Attraction, and it feels like it's like 20 men and women, but they're all various ages. It ranges from like 18 to like 62.
Yeah, my missus actually says she wants to watch that.
Yeah,
so, we could talk about that next week.
We're 1 episode in. I'm sure we'll watch it all by the time next week, but we're 1 episode in, and it's high mess potential with these age gaps.
Sounds very MILF Matter coded.
Yes. Yeah. it definitely is, because there's some of these dudes who are like 20 years old, and they're like, oh, I want me like an older woman and someone with experience and maturity and all this stuff. Some of these women got kids who are older than the men they're with and everything. Oh yeah, it's high mess potential. Yeah, we're only 1 episode in, but high hopes for this one.
Sounds good.
But Ted, Ted. Yeah, I've only watched the first episode, but the first episode was very funny. It's an absurd show, but I
It
do
is.
love it. Yeah, I do love
It
it.
is. I think my missus likes it so much because she doesn't like to watch stuff that I already watched with me.
Mhm.
So like I was telling her we should watch season 1, and she was like, "No, you already watched season 1, so I don't want to watch it. I'll just start at season 2." But she's liking season 2 so much, so I might convince her to watch season 1. Because it's not the type of show you kind of have to watch in order. You
Yeah,
can kind of watch
no.
it out of order and you're fine.
Yeah.
Me and her were joking, like it's basically like a live action Family Guy.
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, but yeah, it's not something you do have to like watch in order. Like it helps because then you just kind of know the characters and the situation if you start at number 1. But yeah, like you watch like again, I watched the first episode last night, and I'm like, none of this like really plays off of season 1 at
No.
all. So
Not at all. The only part that like I had to explain to her was Ted learning how to drive in season 1. That's it.
Yeah.
Because she was confused after that. She was like, "How are they letting a teddy bear drive a car?"
The teddy bear's alive. He drives. He goes to school. Like I don't even know how you need to explain that one, but I understand that might be a question. But yes, there's no real crossover from season 1 to season 2. I'm sure there will be like callbacks and like, oh yeah, that happened in season 1, so that it's setting up something for season 2. But certainly for the first episode, there wasn't. All right, what's in the description for wrestling? I don't listen or read what Joel...
NXT allegedly happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened. There was a good match with Sol Ruka and Laney Reed. There was solid matchup in the main event. Hey, the main event of this show was better than the main event of Vengeance Day. I'll give them that. With the tag team match with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints picking up a win over the 2 champions, Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne. I like the ending of the matchup with Ethan Page kind of finding his way to pinning Joe Hendry and doing what Ricky couldn't do. So that was good.
Yeah, another Ethan Page Joe Hendry feud.
I think it's going to be Ethan, Ricky, Joe, and Tony D'Angelo at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
Tony says he's going to go after the NXT championship. I don't know why he didn't say that before. He tried to make it all coy before, saying, "My other thing, I'll let you know." And it's like, it's quite obvious you need to win the NXT championship. You literally won every title in this company.
Yeah. Like, you beat Obafemi. Like, you were the dude to dethrone Obafemi before he ever lost.
He's the only guy who's beaten Obafemi twice.
It feels like you should have one of these top spots. I'm fine with them putting Tony D'Angelo into this picture because Ricky, Joe, Ethan, they're all good. But we've kind of just seen a lot of this. Like Miles Bourne being there is a nice ascension for him as well, because it looked like they were going to kind of get him up there with Oba, and then he did that feud with Lexus King, and that didn't help anybody. And now they've got him back in this spot, which is good.
They did Tatum Paxley kicking off the show as the new NXT Women's North American Champion. Izzy Dame showed a highlight package of 2022 Tatum Paxley, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember when she was part of Diamond Mine. That was a time. This woman has been a part of so many different factions in the last 4 years. Diamond Mine.
Oh yeah, Diamond Mine was a thing. Yeah.
She had the Diamond Mine. She had the tag team with Lyra Valkyria. She had Chemical X with Shotzi and Priscilla Kelly. And now she was in the Culling, and now she's on her own. Like, it was like, damn, she's been through 5 different characters in the last 4 years. That's quite the record that she has on her. But I'm happy for Tatum being the champion. She was laid out by Izzy Dame. Then Shiloh Hill took the tires off of the Culling's car and all the other cars in the parking lot.
Yeah, they couldn't get out of the parking lot.
Hill is ridiculous. Shallow Hill is the most ridiculous person ever. And then this led to Izzy and Tatum brawling in the parking lot later. And then Robert Stone announced a steel cage match for next week in Houston.
Which I don't know if that's going to be a write-off or not of whoever loses that to go to the main roster, because that's sometimes what they do with the cage match. But we shall
do that.
We shall see on that.
I think they're doing Tatum and Blake Monroe for the North American Championship. That's kind of what they teased last night.
Yeah, Blake's got to get the name from Blake Howard, right?
Yeah,
she said, like, I don't need another Blake in here.
She was like, it's like other people, you have something that belongs to me. I was like, you can't take ownership of a name, but okay.
Sure you can.
No, not really. So yeah, that. There was something else stupid on this show. I forget.
The whole show?
No, I told you. The Sol Ruka and Lainey Reed matchup, that was actually good. That was good. They had the tag teams. Tag teams doing nonsense.
There was
birthright stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say the birthright.
That sucked.
Yeah. It was very obvious of, Charlie Dempsey's going to turn on Tavian Heights here. And then they just brought out Regal and Finlay for a pop. And
because the other Finlay wouldn't show up.
Yeah.
Because it was quite obvious what they were alluding to. Oh, my dad made the call. It's like, oh, this is supposed to be David Finlay's spot. Oh, okay. So they just got Regal.
It was not David Finlay's spot. All right, that was NXT, folks. It's the best.
Hey, Ren and Thea.
That was good.
Yeah,
I'm mad Thea Hale lost, but I did really like the main event. Or sorry, I did like the main event, but I did really like the finish of that match too. The counter from Ren into the submission of her own. It looks like a cattle mutilation, but like
it is cattle mutilation, but she calls it the final wrench.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. NQCC. Ren QCC is still in stat, even though NQCC seems to be dead with Charlie Dempsey joining with Birthright over teaming back up with Tavion Heights. I think he made the right decision though. Oh, and they did this stupid finish with the opening matchup where two guys pinned Japser Troy.
Yeah.
They did the Undertaker and Kane versus Stone Cold Steve Austin from Breakdown 1998 finish.
I did like that Vic Joseph was like trying to defend that, and Booker T was like, "What the hell? No."
What the hell? That don't make no sense.
I did respect that.
I love Booker trying to ignore Keanu Carver still coming at him.
Yeah, we read it, Meat. We read it. I've read all the super chats for today, so it was there. All right, what else did Joel write in the description for wrestling that we need to go through in like 2 seconds?
Ricky Saints disastrous concert fallout per Fightful Select.
Oh yeah, apparently he did not pitch this, and he had to do it
No one
anyway.
wants to take credit for that.
Yeah, exactly. Ricky's like, it wasn't me, dude. I just do what I'm told. Like, okay. Makes sense. But it wasn't good. Everyone knows it wasn't good. And
I literally had to post the Fightful report in the THH group chat for Romeo, who tried to defend it last week. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It made sense to me. It's all billed to Joe Hendry. It's supposed to be annoying. It's supposed to be bad. I'm like, man, this is sad. This is really sad when WWE is telling you this didn't work and it was bad, and you're trying to still defend it.
Yeah, wasn't good at it. It wasn't good at all. But the fact that like no one wants to take credit for it, it kind of tells you all you need to know. Like, Ryan says, what other bad segments should WWE delete? None of them in my book, because I love all of the bad segments. They're cowardly for deleting them.
The
Ooh,
Old
old
Day,
day.
Bailey, This Is Your Life,
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Jinder Mahal mimicking Shinsuke Nakamura's accent.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one was not good.
Really bad. Really
Yeah.
bad stuff. All of the Vision segments from the last 6 months, except for Braun
Fair.
Breaker's promo. Braun Breaker's
Fair.
promo that we all raved about.
Just go
That's
back
the
to
only thing.
Raw and them scattering with masks. Just eliminate
Oh
that.
my god. Dude, I wasn't here yesterday to talk about that. It was so bad. Something else that Romeo tried to defend. Oh my god.
Can't defend that.
Like, what are we
No.
doing? What are we doing? Why are we? And I saw other people. I saw other people online trying to tell me. Someone tried to explain to me the definition of creative and said that this is the definition of creative. I was like, no, it's not. It's derivative. It's the definition of derivative. It's basically Retribution and the Dark Order segment from December 2019, all into one with a shell game. They played the card game, like, oh, am I here? Or am I here? Am I here? Am I here? Am I here? Or am I here? Hey, it's a synchronized dance. Like, what are we doing?
That's what I said yesterday. I was like, I thought it was a flash mob for a second. Like that's what they were going for. Yeah, that was terrible. We compared it to the Putty Patrol, which I feel like is pretty on point. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the power. We had that in our chat on True. A lot of people were just like, it was the putties from the Power Rangers. I was like, it would have been great if the putties actually tried to attack Logan Paul and Austin Theory, and they just hit them with one kick or one punch, and they just vanished. Like, like that would have been awesome.
Yeah, like there was no point to it because it didn't like lead to anything except for Seth just unmasking as he always does. Someone's like, oh, cool.
And you know it's bad when Adam Pearce literally points out that was rather unnecessary.
Adam Pearce was offended by this. He was so
offended by how bad that was. He was just like, and that's that was the worst part about Raw was that was the worst segment. They did the worst segment in the first segment. Like that is not how you're supposed to kick off a show. Literally, like even the bad shows from February, at least they would sometimes start well and then go downhill from there. They literally started downhill and had to climb their way up.
All right. Was there anything else in the wrestling description?
Other than Dynamite preview, no.
Okay,
that's it.
All right.
Dynamite
well,
preview,
first, let's do what was your moment of Tuesday? SP3.
Well, there was one more thing. That we can talk about. Did you see the New Japan Cup yesterday?
No, I'm not watching New Japan Cup.
Okay. Yuya Uemura versus Drilla Maloney. I suggest everybody watch that. Really damn good matchup. Probably the best match of the tournament so far. Drilla Maloney. So glad he re-signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Yuya Uemura is gaining a lot of momentum right now. A lot of people are behind him. He seems to be the favorite to win the New Japan Cup. I'm still going with my guy Callum Newman. The Prince is here. The Prince of Pace. I'm going with him still, but a lot of momentum for Yuya Uemura, who picked up the win in a great finish to that matchup as well. And Shota Umino, thankfully, no, it was Shota. It was Shingo Takagi, thankfully beat Don Fale. The Don Fale era is over.
Sad. Very sad.
And I also watched Noah from this weekend with Yoshihiki Inamura versus Keno. Arguably up there with the matches that we talked about on Monday, the Takeshita and Claudio, and the Windsor and Shuri from Eve, and Statlander and Charlie. That match is up there with those three matches. That's the best match from this past weekend. They went all out. They beat the absolute crap out of one another. And Inamura is really good when he doesn't have to deal with Team 2000X all of his matches has been great, but when he has to deal with Noah's House of Torture, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. It's not as good as when he's facing someone legitimate like Keno, who's the most miserable man in the world. I love me some Inamura when he's able to have those hard hitting, beat the hell out of your opponent type matches, and that was one of them. So another match I would say go out of your way to watch.
He needs to come back to NXT and fight the birthright. He's missing his
Josh
true
Briggs
calling.
has not been the same since Inamura left.
He's missing his calling to fight the birthright. What was your moment of Tuesday, SC3?
My moment of Tuesday was Bam Adebayo dropping 83, but more importantly, the terrorist, the basketball terrorist that is Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra should be impeached. He should be impeached and removed from his position. I'm going to start a petition.org to get Eric Spoelstra out of the NBA. Change.org, petition.org. I don't care what name it is. It is what it is. Izzy Dame.
My moment of Tuesday was the greatest 5 minutes of sports entertainment I've ever seen. As they triple teamed this man, they intentionally fouled another player. They intentionally fouled the other team. They challenged calls in a 30-point game. This man could not jump over anything. He had no lift. He was completely dead, but it doesn't matter because he went to the free throw line, SP3. And we're all going to be saying it now. Don't do it to me. I see where your finger's going. We're all going to be saying it. When you have the piece of paper in your hands, it's no longer about that 81 and about that Kobe. It's now about that 83.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Bam. SV3. Bam. You mean I think you got me at a good time. I saw when you got me. That was good. That's what it's all about now, everybody. Just remember that when you are shooting the paper, whatever you're shooting into the trash can, it's about Bam and not about Kobe. Dynamite preview real quickly. Kyle Fletcher and Speedball Mike Bailey for the TNT Championship. Speedball is going to go all out because he finally gets a singles match. And he's like, yeah, I'm tired of watching Kevin Knight and Hangman getting these matches.
I think this is going to be one of the best Dynamite shows.
Yeah, it's a really, really good card on paper.
Yo, the card, when they announced the trios matchup, I was like, you already announced Fletcher and Speedball. Then they announced Persephone as well. I was like, what the? This is like a pay-per-view before the pay-per-view. And I thought like February 11th, that show that had the three-way with Private Party coming back and had Ciampa and Fletcher and the strap match with Tekla and Statlander, that was going to set the bar for the best wrestling shows from AEW this year. But this one right here, man, this is going to be lit as hell. I think that Fletcher does retain, but we're in for a killer matchup, one of the best TV matches of the year based on what they were able to deliver in this C2.
TBS title, Willow Nightingale and Persephone should be a great match as well. I assume Willow will win and then get attacked after the match by Megan and Alina, and then Harley is there to set up the tag team match.
Yeah, I think they do the tag team matchup either on 0 Hour or on the main card on Sunday. Yeah, I got Willow picking up the win. I'm excited to see what Persephone is going to do because I think this is our first time on AEW proper television, but at least on I know for sure this is our first time on Dynamite, and I expect her I expect her to be really good here. Like she's an incredible baby face, like we talked about on Monday with the Mercedes match from CMLL. But I think that she's got untapped potential as a heel. Like seeing her on ROH last week with her healing it up in that crowd in Jacksonville, she was really good there. I expect her to heal it up here against Willow. But yeah, Willow picks up the victory.
Dem Bucks against FT Champa.
Is that what they're calling them?
That's what I'm calling them. I don't know.
I would have called them FTR Killers.
FTR Killers? No, we'll just go FT Champa.
FT Champa. Fuck the Champa.
Forever the Champa.
This is going to be a killer matchup as well. This is going to be incredible if they hit their, high marks here. And we've seen with the Bucks and FTR, it don't matter if it's trios action, multi-man action, tag team action, they always deliver against each other. I wouldn't mind if they add Ciampa and Briscoe maybe to next week's show, or not to Revolution, because I feel like there's already too many matches. We already got like 8 matches on the main card for Revolution, and we need the women's tag team title match. So I'm gonna go with FTR and Ciampa. FTR and Ciampa, I think they're gonna be a stable since Ciampa's a heel now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win as well, as it would feel a little bit weird to beat Ciampa in his first match after his heel turn, and he lost to Garcia on Saturday, so it feels like, and like nobody loses to Garcia, so it feels like Ciampa should probably get this victory after all that. David Finlay and Gabe Kidd, not Charlie Dempsey, not Lexus King, against Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dogs. Dogs got to pick up a victory. I expect David Finlay to go all out in his official AEW Dynamite in-ring debut. And of course, Gabe Kidd is always great. Darby's always great. One of the greatest TV wrestlers of all time. Orange Cassidy can be great. I expect this match to be better than last week's tag team matchup.
And then Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli against Takeshita and Hechicero. I assume Hechicero's just here to take the L.
I would expect so. I want the Death Riders to win because it makes it more likely that Takeshita will win on Sunday. That's what I need in my life. I need Takeshita as the Continental Champion. I need the Callis family with all the gold. So I'm here for that. I think that's going to be a great match as well.
All the matches look, they have potential to be excellent at worst, honestly. And then Hangman and MJF press conference, which I assume someone gets called an empty-headed dumb fuck. I don't know. What are we doing for this press conference here?
Are they going to do it in front of the crowd, or are they going to do it like backstage?
I assume so.
Like they did?
No? I assume it's in front of the crowd, though. Backstage would be a little bit weird, but
they did that in NXT. They did the press conference for one of the big shows that they did, and they did.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, that was stupid. So I wouldn't suggest that. So yeah, I mean they've had nothing, to me personally. I've liked all of their promo segments leading up to the matchup on Sunday, and I gotta give them credit. Like they have sold me on this matchup that more than I was when it was originally made at Grand Slam Australia. So I'm looking forward to the press conference tonight, and especially the Texas Death Match on Sunday.
I hope this just doesn't go too long and stuff.
We need all the time for these matches on the card.
Yeah.
And don't add any more. We don't need any more matches, Tony.
Well, you gotta have a standby match. I mean, I imagine we'll get something between Swerve and Brody and Bandito and Andrade.
Segments.
Yeah,
you could do that in one segment. Like you could do something like that. Maybe they'll do something for what else? Tekla and Chris Statlander on this show as well. I wouldn't mind if they gave Tekla like one of those promos that she had on Collision on Dynamite, because she's yet to have like a standard promo like she's been doing on Collision on Dynamite.
Yeah. All right. Results of our poll question for today: was Bam Adebayo's game ethical? His 83-point game. Really, it's just Bam Adebayo was the poll question. 39% said unethical, 61% said real hoops.
Disappointed in
than I
all
thought it would be.
61% of y'all. At least we nearly had 40% of the people with actually no basketball.
What did we accomplish today, SB3?
Pissing me off. That's what they accomplished. They pissed me off in this episode. The whole chat, you, the 83 points, the Miami Heat, the Washington Wizards, NBA Twitter, NBA fans, ESPN, who wanted to call out the Atlanta Hawks for being less than a basketball team when Luka Doncic scored 74 on them. They're celebrating Bam Adebayo dropping 83. There's no, oh, you're a disgrace to the NBA. This is a disgrace to the NBA. There's none of that today because, oh, they saw history. But most of all, Eric Spoelstra, that basketball terrorist. He's a criminal.
The biggest thing we accomplished today, folks, you already know. Bam! That's all. Say it loud, say it proud, SP3. Bam.
Terrorist.
I don't know where they
No,
can find you at.
61% of the chat. 61% of the chat. The 39% that voted the right way, I appreciate y'all.
Let them know where they can find you at.
Find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. Later today on the True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel, I got a full review of Eve Wrestle Queendom. Going to be dropping over there on True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment. Got me and Stat King ranking every single Scream film after our review of Scream 7. We reviewed all 7 films, so check that out as well. And on SI.com, SportsIllustrated.com, I will have an exclusive interview. I can say it now because it seems like it's happening. They haven't canceled yet. With the Dogs, with the newest signings to AEW, David Finlay, Gabe Kidd, and Clark Connors. So that will be probably dropping. I'll try to turn that around on SI.com either before Dynamite or at least by tomorrow morning. So check that out.
Ask David Finlay why he is not in Birthright. Just here's how you frame it, SV3. Talking to David Finlay. Do you think it was your birthright to be in AEW? See what he says.
Just throw it out there.
Yeah, just see what
Out
he says.
I think it's your birthright to be a dog.
We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be, I think, me and SP3, maybe me and Joel.
Yes,
I have no idea. Okay.
Well, I'll be here.
All right. I'll be here. Maybe Joel will be here. No idea. We will talk actual wrestling because there will actually be good wrestling to talk about tonight, unlike last night when the most important thing to talk about was history. History being made and the greatest sports entertainment of all time. Appreciate everybody. Thanks for the super chats, the thumbs up, all that fun stuff. We will talk to y'all tomorrow. See you then.